Nice win. Nice win. The Phillies defeat the Pittsburgh Pirates 6-1, take the first game of a 3-game series, and are now set up to win the series, if not more. This was a great game. Way to battle back. You missed some opportunities early, but you were able to win the baseball game, and you were able to totally destroy their bullpen today. That was fantastic. And you were out to see more hits from Bryce Harper. You were able to see some clutch hitting. You really were. You were able to see some clutch hitting, some hustle plays. We played, obviously, it was a little sloppy early. We missed some opportunities, as I said, but some hustling played a part in this game. And, our star outfielder is starting to play more like a star. 2 hits today. He went 2 for 5. You guys averaged up to 260. Bryce Harper did. So good job to Bryce Harper. And obviously the Pirates struck early. But like I said, I was talking about missed opportunities. We had bases loaded with 1 out, and we didn't get any runs. JT Muto struck out swinging. That's totally unacceptable. You have to get at least 1 there, and you didn't do it. But luckily, it did not come back and bite us. But those are the kind of plays that cost you ball games. Missed opportunities cost you ball games. But luckily, it was not that significant in this game because we were still able to put 6 runs across the board. And Gene Segura with a hustling play, he has a sewer hit. And he was still able to hustle, and he was able to beat it out. So, I think he has a sore calf, I believe it is, or something like that. I should probably know that. All right, let's see about bottom of the second inning. Diaz singles on a ground ball to center. Dickerson comes around to score. It's 1-0 Pirates. Then we pick up top of the fifth. Adam Hazley, it's the second home run of the year to center. I think it was 401 was the exact distance. Nice job. I like what I saw at Hazley tonight. The young kid, he has some potential. If he could stay in the field, he definitely is going to be a centerpiece in this organization for a very long time. I do see him, possibly if he could continue playing like he is, maybe get the starting outfield position for next year. I don't know. I mean, he got drafted in 2017. He's already he's already a big leaguer, which is just crazy to me. Top of 7th inning, Bryce Harper singles up the middle. It says center field, but it was left center. It was more towards left center, and he hit it right through the shift. Brad Miller come around the score, and it's now 2-1 Phillies. Top of the 8th, Gene Segura has the bases loaded. He has a 15 pitch at bat, and on the 16th pitch, he grounded to back to the it was towards the pitcher and the first baseman, and he was able to hustle out because Alvarez didn't get there in time. He was being too nonchalant. First of all, he missed a double play ball. All he had to do was fire it to second, but he did it nonchalantly, and it cost him a run. The Alvarez guy was such an idiot. And, we took advantage of it, and Michael Franco came around to score. And obviously, Segura is a little banged up. He can't really hustle to full speed, but he was still able to do it. That's what happens when you hustle. Good things happen when you hustle, okay? And it got us a run. So that's a testament to why you should hustle. Top of the 9th inning, we totally teed off the Pirates bullpen today. Michael Franco singled on a ground ball. He singled on a ground ball back to the pitcher. It was a little dribbler, and he didn't even throw it back in time. Remuto came around to score, and there was a throwing error. Holmes threw it into the stands, and then Franco was able to get the second. And then they had a pass ball, and Hernandez came around to score. And then Adam Hazley doubled to right field, and that would have been out at Citizens Bank Park. That ball that Hazley hit to right would have probably been out at Citizens Bank Park. I'm pretty sure. But it hit off the top of the wall, and we only got 1. But that's okay because we still won 6-1. That's your final score, 6-1. Adam Hazley, he was good today. Kingery was good. Harper was good. Remuto was good. Hoskins has been ice cold the past couple of weeks. He really has been. He's just Harper has impressed me more than him this year. Really. I mean, Hoskins has just been a disappointment in my eyes. He hasn't hit a home run since a couple weeks. I don't know. He just doesn't impress me right now. So Franco, everyone got a hit. Everyone except the pitcher got a hit, and Rhys Hoskins got a hit today in the lineup. So Hoskins was the only position player who did not get a hit tonight. So he's been disappointing. His average has now dropped lower than Harper's. Harper's is at 260. Hoskins is now at 259. So let's take a look at the box score. Scott Keuring, 2 for 4, 2 walks. Gene Segura, 1 for 5. Bryce Harper, 2 for 5. Rhys Hoskins, 0 for 3. JT Muto, 3 for 5. Hernandez, 2 for 5. Franco, 1 for 4. Hazley, 2 for 5. Arrieta, 0 for 2. Brad Miller, 1 for 1. Nick Williams, 1 for 1. And Cole Irvin, 0 for 1. Jake Arrieta pitched pretty well today. In the sixth, he went in the sixth inning. He got a little banged up. Laz Diaz was a absolute joke behind the plate tonight. I will talk about that later. Arrieta went 5 2/3, 6 hits, 1 earned run, 2 walks, 4 strikeouts. For a guy who has a bone spur, that's a pretty good outing. Okay, Jake Arrieta, he's very inconsistent. Okay, so nice outing from Jake Arrieta. Okay. And I don't want to say he's been good lately because if I seem to always say that and then he comes back in the next start and says terrible. So I'm not going to say that. So nice outing from Jake Arrieta. And then Nicasio comes in to finish that sixth inning, pitches the third inning, was able to get that out from Newman. That was a huge out. And then Alvarez pitches an inning, nice clean inning. He's been a workhorse this year out of the bullpen. He started off being really, really rough. Guess what, guys? His ERA has dropped to 3.32. He's been decent. Cole Irvin pitches 2 innings, 1 hit, and 1 strikeout. So that was able to finish out the ball when we just totally shut down the Pirates tonight. It was a cakewalk, really. It was literally a cakewalk. We totally stomped all over the Pirates tonight. So, that was a very easy win, I would say. Not really much to really elaborate on. I mean, it is what it was. It was what it was, and I'll talk about Laz Diaz here. I think both sides were mad at Laz Diaz tonight. Laz Diaz totally was a joke behind home plate tonight. He totally missed so many calls, calling balls strikes that were not strikes. And he also, this is really infuriating me. Michael Franco checked his swing. He clearly checked his swing, and he said he didn't even appeal down to first base. He didn't even appeal. He didn't even bother to check. Okay, he didn't go. First of all, that's one thing. He didn't go. He did not go. And why wouldn't you just bother to check? You make the call yourself? That really pisses the hitters off. That really infuriates hitters. When the home plate umpire makes the call himself on a check swing. If you want to piss a hitter off, do that. Because that will fire them up. And Michael Franco was pretty upset. And as he should have been. He had a right to be upset. He threw his helmet down, talking to him. He had a right to be upset. I would have done the same thing. So you're just going to make the call yourself? He clearly held up. It was clear as day. But he still made the call. And he didn't even bother to go down to first. Yes, maybe if he went down to first, I would still be a little upset and say that was a bad call. He didn't go. But the fact that you don't even bother to go down to first and you make the call yourself? I mean, they think that these umpires think they're the star of the show. I put this on my story the other day. The umpires some of them just flat out suck at their job. They really do. They just flat out suck. They really do. Like Laz Diaz, he's always been like that. Go back to years past. Laz Diaz he's never had a good reputation. And he did not have a good night tonight behind the plate. He was terrible. Terrible. And the Pirates were upset about it, and the Phillies. I mean, both sides were upset. It wasn't just one side or the other. He was terrible. There was calls for the Pirates that I didn't agree with. That helped us. Terrible job by the umpire, by the home plate umpire tonight, Laz Diaz. Terrible. Very, very. If you're a baseball fan, you got to be shaking your head. I mean, it's disappointing for the umpires. I mean, we still won, but not a good job by the umpiring crew tonight, by home plate and everything. Laz Diaz, thumbs down. But anyway, 6-1 your final score. Phillies got 15 hits, no errors committed. The Pirates got 7 hits, and they obviously made an error because what's his name? Combs threw the ball into the stands. I love to see that. I love when anyone throws the ball into the stands. It's just hilarious to me. Obviously, I don't want anybody to get hurt. So, it's just kind of funny to just see a wild throw sail off. So, Longocasto got the win today. He's 2-3 with 5.45 ERA. Rodriguez got the loss 3-4 with a 3.59 ERA, and Irvin got the save. Well, first of all, Rodriguez was very, very lazy, and he should have fired the ball a second. He could have got a double play. Terrible. The Pirates are very sloppy tonight. They really were. They really were sloppy. They looked like this totally lifeless team. First of all, PNC Park tonight was packed. It really was. It was packed. So a lot of people were there, and they were able to see the Phillies defeat the Pirates 6-1. A lot of people left in the end. I just want to say this. Rhys Hoskins absolutely crushed the ball to left field, and it probably would have been close to getting out of our ballpark. So I know I was kind of hating on Rhys Hoskins, but I just remembered that he crushed the ball tonight. But Hoskins needs to wake up. I mean, he was setting the world on fire at the beginning of the year, and he's just really cooled off. Harper's been the opposite way. He's starting to heat up. He really is. I love it. Harper got a double his first at bat, and he drove in a run. He's been 70th RBI of the year for Harper. 70 RBI. It is June 19th right now. It is June 19th. And he already has 70 RBIs. It's not even like August. And that's impressive. This guy is on track to have over like 110 RBIs, if not more. This guy is on track to just totally blow his career RBIs out of the water. He could get the 30 home runs, 260, 270, 100-plus walks. That is a good year, first year in Philadelphia. On a transition year from going to Washington, D.C. to Philadelphia, that is a very, very, very solid first year. That is an above-average year. Now, is it worth $25 million per year? No, I'm still going to say no. That is those kind of stats are probably worth about 15 to 20 million. Now, next year, if he can come back next year and hit around 270, 280 with 40-plus home runs, the same RBI total and 100 walks, now that's worth $25 million. Okay, that's worth $25 million. That's what I'm talking about. But still, this is a transition year. He's going to be a father. He just purchased a house for $2.1 million. Okay? So you got to give the guy a break. Okay? You got to give the guy a little break. He's transitioning. As I said, going to be a father. He's going to have a son. That's not easy to go through. There's a mental side of that, you know? He's moving. He's transitioning. It's not easy to move. It really isn't for your mind. I understand these guys are professional baseball players, but it's tough. He's still transitioning somewhat. It's July. You know, it's not like he's been here for 3 years. He's still somewhat transitioning. I feel like he is starting to get in a groove, obviously. I remember at the beginning of the year when he got interviewed, he said it's going to take me until November to get used to wearing the Phillies uniform. I think he's gotten used to it. But I think he has gotten used to it, but it's still going to take a little bit of time. I do think he's gotten used to being on the Phillies, though. I really do. So I'm for a transition year. Those numbers I just said, 260, 270, 30-plus home runs, over 100 RBIs, 110, over 100, maybe even 120 RBIs, 100-plus walks. That is a good first year in Philadelphia. On a transition year, that is good. That is good. He could build off of that. So 70th RBI of the year for Harp, 260 batting average, 17 home runs. And it's been good. The month of July has been good to him. He really has. And I am calling it. I see him going deep this road trip. And is it just me? Who's with me? Do you see Bryce Harper going bridge this road trip? I do. I see it. He's either going to crank one out in this series, or he's going to go deep in Detroit. And I see him hitting a home run in the homestand against the Braves. I see that. Harper kills the Braves this year. He's killed them. He has 4 home runs against them this year. 4. He's absolutely killed them this year. So I see him going deep against the Braves. So I'm excited. I'm excited for Bryce Harper. He always seems to thrive against the division rivals. He always seems to do well in the division. So I'm excited for Bryce Harper. I kind of was hating on the beginning of the year, but I've had his back for the thick and thin, ebbs and flows. I've been with him the whole entire time, and I still always am there to support him. So I'm really happy to see him start heating up. Obviously, the bandwagon fans now starting to like him again, but I like him even when he's going 0 for 20, and he's totally slumping. Okay, so those bandwagon fans need to be there for him during the darkest times. So I'm not going to call anybody out, but I'm there for him. So Nice win tonight. Nice win. The bullpen did its job. Really did. It really did. And the Pirates just looked totally flat tonight. They really did. And their bullpen's been struggling too. We were able to attack their bullpen. They just did a horrible job hitting our bullpen tonight. They really did. They did a horrendous job. The ninth inning, that bottom ninth inning was so fast. So fast. It literally was like, zoop, it went by so fast. This game was a little slow, but we were able to get through it. And the Phillies won 6-1. And they're now 51-47. So now, let's take a look at other scores in our division. The Atlanta Braves and the Washington Nationals. Well, first of all, I forgot to mention yesterday, Steven Strasburg. Okay, Steven Strasburg. Well, I didn't forget to mention it because this happened after my video. This is worth mentioning. Steven Strasburg, the pitcher for Washington yesterday. 5 RBI game, 3 for 3. Single, home run. Can you believe he hit a home run? I just can't believe it. I really just can't. It's crazy. That's crazy. So that was worth mentioning. The Nationals won against the Atlanta Braves yesterday, 13-4, and the Braves defeated the Nationals today, 4-3. So that means that the Nationals are now 51-45, and we are only one game back from the Washington Nationals. So let's keep it going. We're keeping up on them. Yesterday, the New York Mets lost 3-2 to the San Francisco Giants. Right now is the bottom of the fourth inning in San Francisco. There is currently no score. We're not going to talk about the Marlins. We do not need to know about them. They're way far out of it. So why do we even? Well, I don't even know I'm going to talk about the Mets, but they're just a team in our division. So yeah. So 6-1 your final score. Phillies defeat the Pirates tomorrow night at 7:05. We have Zach Eflin. He is 7-9 with a 4.16 ERA. Going against McGraw, he is 6-8 with a 4.31 ERA. Tonight's game was on NBC 10. I assume tomorrow night will be back on CBS and CSN Philly 5. So it will not be on that channel 10 tomorrow. At least I don't think so. So Zach Eflin versus McGraw. Eflin, he's been absolutely horrendous this past couple starts. So I'm hoping that he could bounce back. Then on Sunday, 1:35, the first pitch, we have Vince Velasquez going against, well, it's to be determined right now for the Pirates. So we'll see who they threw out there for Sunday. So Eflin versus McGraw. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. Please smash a like on this video. Please check out my social media in the description below. I have my Instagram link to my Phillies Hot Stove Instagram account where I just talk about the Phillies. I have a Twitter account for this podcast. It's called Luke_Videocast. For this videocast, I would say. My Twitter account is Luke_Videocast3. I also have a Bryce Harper fan page on Instagram. It's Harper Fanatics. All in the link in the description below. Check it out. Please like this video. Please subscribe if you haven't yet. Please tell your friends about these videos. Thank you for all the support. Thank you. Shout out to all those people that I know personally who watch these videos. Shout out to everyone who watches these videos. I really, really appreciate all the support. Once again, please like the video. Tell all your friends, and I will see you next time. Thank you for watching.